Hi everyone, how are we all? And today we're going to take a look at my giant reinforced iron plate stack as making 275.745 reinforced iron plates per minute. So here in the grasslands we had 3 Mark III miners overclocked to give us 600 iron each per minute. Going up into the bottom of our reinforced iron plate, we are also using the 2 impure nodes here on the other side, overclocked each to 250% to give us a total of 600 iron ore per minute. And just above there, I have a drone bringing in some extra iron ore, just to make sure we have enough. I like to always make sure I have a little bit more resources than I need in each of my factories. We are using rounded columns to support the underneath of our reinforced iron plate. Very soon there will be a massive highway running through here, connecting to all our factories in the grasslands. And as always, in our factories we have a parking bay for our explorer, and because this reinforced iron plate is so high, we have a ladder to get up to the entrance. When we proceed inside, we can turn to the left and go up the ramp, and we're presented with our main control hub. We have our usual box of supplies, our main factory power, miner power, lights, our drones, smelters, iron wire, iron plates, reinforced iron plate, our extra drones, the drone hub up in the air, and our health supplies. On this level we have 40 smelters, all producing iron ingots for the rest of our production. We have 8 smelters in here overclocked in the 4 rows of 20, 2 at 110%, and 6 at 200%. Each of our rows have an individual power cutoff, and each row consists of 20 smelters. And instead of hiding our logistics away, it's now above our smelters, supported by beams coming down from the ceiling. And we also have signs at each overclocked machine to help us know which ones are at 200% and which ones are at 110%. Proceeding to the next level, we have 4 rows again, with signs helping us identify what row is what. So we have rows 1 and 2 here, producing 460 iron plates per minute. And we have 6 of those overclocked at 200% to make sure we have enough reinforced iron plates. That's because we actually needed more constructors on this level than I could fit, so I just overclocked a few to make sure we could have the right amount of reinforced iron plates required. On the back 2 rows, we are producing wire using the alternate iron wire recipe, with our signs to indicate how much we're making. So rows 1 and 2 are making 944 iron wire per minute each. And again, each goes up to the logistics, to the floor above. And as you can see down at the end there, some comes off the other end to merge with the front line so that we've got a 100% efficiency throughout this factory. All of the iron wire constructors here at the back are overclocked to 200%, with the exception of 4. which are overclocked to 231.1111%, giving us our total amount of iron wire required. Moving to the top floor, we have 40 assembliers, 8 of which are overclocked at 212.9778% each, making the stitched reinforced iron plate alternative recipe to give us our total number in production. Again, each row has an individual power cutoff, signs to indicate which ones are overclocked, and our logistics on this level runs in a bus, looping resources around until they're all consumed. So our top one here has our iron plates, and our bottom row has our iron wire. As you can see, we have very little iron wire left over as it proceeds around the loop, and this iron wire here just heads back to the start to merge at the beginning to go back around again. This factory has several merge points, so one here, one on the row in front, and 2 on the opposite side to help make sure each assembler has the right amount of iron wire per minute required. All of my factories are pre-planned, going off the maximum amount of resources that I want to bring into the factory first, and then going from there, so I know exactly how many machines I'm going to need to build for each type to produce the final product. You can see that I have it all in a nice neat line with safety barriers around, and we have our nice bus running along the top. It does get slightly messy on this end, as we are actually merging and splitting wire here, allowing things to overflow as required. And our final product is coming out here on this Mark III belt, merging together, go up this lift to our drone ports above. On the 3rd level, we also have a hypertube that can take us up to our drones, and a doorway leading to the sink. We are using the sink simply as an overflow system to keep this factory running constantly, so that I can keep an eye on how much power I'm actually consuming, as I don't want to trip the power as each factory comes online, so I want an overall view of how much power I'm consuming at a constant rate. So any reinforced iron plates that aren't going up to our drone ports just heads into the sink. And above here, we have our drone ports. We have 3 drone ports that can take our reinforced iron plates elsewhere, and 1 bringing in our batteries. Drone port number 1 takes reinforced iron plates back to central storage. 2 and 3 are yet to be assigned. A top view of our reinforced iron plate. The little notches coming out there that look a little bit discolored actually have pipe floor hole connectors in them. They're just not rendering in due to the distance. Top of our reinforced iron plate is all made out of beams, and as I said, the pipe floor connector. Pipe floor connectors were laid on foundations before I placed the beams, and the foundations removed. We have our drone port over there in front of us that is bringing in a maximum of 240 ore per minute, just to make sure we have enough in our factory. And that's it for the tour of our giant reinforced iron plate. As always, here's a preview of next week's video. The giant rotor, capable of making 200 rotors per minute, with all resources being droned in using the copper rotor alternative recipe. Please consider subscribing, liking, and hitting that notification bell for future videos. And until next time, I'll see you later.